There is no scale for you get taxed a certain percentage for this much, a certain percentage for this much. It's just bam, tax, bitch. Howdy, y'all. My name's Mike. I live in Houston, Texas, and today I'm doing two things. One, I'm drinking some Stella Artois. My green screen makes this thing see-through, but it's legit. It's unopened. It's good. It's full. Maybe can you see the liquid moving around? That looks funny. The second thing I'm doing is I'm curious. I want to learn about how the tax system in the UK works. Maybe I could throw in my insight on some of the differences between the UK's tax system and America's tax system, specifically Texas, because different states have different tax systems. All right, let's get this bad boy open. You like my can opener? So it's got little bottle opener. It's whatever. It opened it. Grab your beer and cheers. Super quick before we start this video, just want to give a real quick shout out to the Drunk Texan Says members. Thank you guys so much for helping out the channel. But anyways, let's get into this video.
Everyone gets taxed. It's a burden on you and your wage and your children in the future and just your wealth in general. But if it has such a massive impact on everyone, why the hell is it not taught in school? Strange. Well, in this video, I'm going to go through the basics that everyone should know by the time they leave school. First things first, HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue Customs. They are the UK's tax authorities. They are the people that take care of tax for the whole country.
Our version of that is called the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. Everyone's favorite. Not.
All types of taxes. There is VAT, there's national insurance, corporation tax, inheritance tax. It just goes on. Why do we pay tax? Well, the money goes towards the government, and government need money to run the country. In economic terms, tax is one of the three withdrawals from a household income, and the counterpart for it in injection is government spending. We're not taught where the tax money actually goes in school. We work so hard, and most people from January to like March, they just work for the government. Or from January to March. It's common to hear that's taxpayers' money.
What?
So what does it actually go towards?
Wait, what?
Your tax money actually goes towards things like welfare, healthcare, that rhymes. The military, national defense in...
I assume what he means by that is he's saying percentage-wise, about a quarter of your money that you make goes to the government. That's kind of high. Even if that's close, that's a lot. I don't know. Let me see the numbers, and then I'll break it down on if it's more or less than it is here in the U.S.
General and, transportation and debt. Almost all countries are in debt to one another. Your money actually goes towards paying off the accumulated debt and its interest. There's also loads of different little categories where your money goes towards. One of them you can see the EU budget. Obviously, I don't think that's going to be there anymore because of Brexit. Most of us are not taught any of this in school, and that's why I'm making this video. So make sure to smash that like button. So how do we actually get taxed? Well, this is the thing that most of you clicked on the video for, because maybe you just got your first job and you're seeing, tax taken out of it, and you don't know how it's happening or how it's happened. So how do we get taxed?
I just realized something. Hold on. He asked me to like his video, so I'm gonna do it. Cheers to that guy. Mr. George Cuddy. Go check him out.
But in this video, I'm just going to focus on income tax, and more specifically PAYE, which is pay as you earn, and talk about how we get taxed on our income. Now, income tax actually just happens automatically. We don't actually physically have to go out of our way and pay it, every month or whenever. When your employer pays you, you just get your tax deducted straight away. You don't have to do anything, or
That's
just automatically.
Same with us.
This is deducted along with national insurance contributions, pensions, or student loans if you have any. And everyone has a tax code, and it's this tax code that indicates to your employer how much tax you should pay. Tax codes differ with how much you're earning and how much tax-free income you have. Here in the UK, you have a tax-free income of £12,500. That is a threshold. If you earn below that, you do not get taxed. You pay 0%. And then from £12,501 to £50,000, you get taxed 20% on your income. Then 40% from £50,001 to £150,000.
Damn. I'm gonna do the math on that real quick. 50,000 British pounds to dollars. So if you make $69,000, pretty much $70,000 in the US, you would get 40% in taxes. Damn. Ours is not that high. Oh my God. That's crazy. So in the US, you're supposed to pay about 25% of your income in taxes for the majority of people. Most jobs, the employer will pay half of what you have to pay. So I pay about 12.5% of my yearly income in taxes. 40%? Is he wrong? Is he exaggerating? Is he too high? Is he too low? Please tell me in the comments. I'm really curious because damn, that seems really harsh. That drink was for y'all, paying 40% in taxes.
And then 45% after that. Now this is where most people get confused. I was certainly confused when I first heard this. I was like, why would you want to earn more than, why would you want to earn like 15,000 and pay 20% tax rather than just getting 12,500, which is actually more? It had me confused. Well, that's not the case. And here's why. If you're finding some useful information in this video, make sure to smash that like button. The 20% tax is actually on every pound that is above 12,500 and 40% on every pound above 50,000 and then 45% on every pound above 150,000. This means if you earn, let's say, 20,000 pounds in a year, then you pay 0% tax on the first 12,500 and then 20% on the remaining 7.5k. That means if you earn 20,000 a year, the amount of tax you're paying is only £1,500, not 4,000. If you earn 75,000 pounds,
seems reasonable.
Then you pay 0% on the first 12,500, then 20% on the 38,000, and then 40% on the last 15,000. Which is a total of 13,600 pounds if you earn 75,000 in a year.
Some post-edit math fixed himself on that one. I've done that too.
All you actually have to remember is that for every pound you earn above the threshold is what you get taxed on. So for each pound above 12,500, 20%. For each pound above 50,000, 40%. And above 150,000, 45%. Not the whole thing. Getting taxed on the whole thing is called proportional tax. Some US states like Michigan, Illinois, and Colorado have proportional tax systems in place. Everyone is taxed the same percent of their income.
Yep.
No matter how much they earn, if they're in working class, middle class, or upper class, it's just a flat rate. And so sometimes this is known as a flat tax rate. If you have a proportional tax system, then it's very important to find that balance in the tax rate because if the government set the tax rate at 0%, then they're not going to get any revenue. That's not going to be good for us, the government, or the economy. But similarly, if they set it at 100%, then no one's going to want to work because all the money they earn is just going to go to the government. So there's no reward to working, which will then obviously damage us, the government, and the economy if people are not working. It's kind of like a horseshoe. Both extremes have the same result, but it's important to find that middle ground so that the government tax revenue is substantial enough while also keeping people happy enough and giving them an incentive to actually go to work. If you know economics, this is called a Laffer curve.
Yeah, that's how it is in the US. If you make, X amount of money, there is no scale for you get taxed a certain percentage for this much, a certain percentage for this much. It's just bam. Tax, bitch. I kind of actually like the idea of that incremental system because in the US, if you're going to go into the next tax bracket, you need to go way above it for it to be worth it still, If
you work in the UK and you earn less than 12,500, you might still see tax deducted on your pay slips, but do not worry, you will get this back at the end of the tax year, which is in April, as tax returns. Even if you earn a taxable income, you could still get tax return at the end of the tax year because you've paid too much tax throughout the last financial year.
Yeah, we have that too.
So there's some basic information about the UK tax system that you are not taught in school unless you did A-level economics.
Yeah, so I wish he would have went more into the VAT because from my understanding, that's essentially all sales tax. I'm curious what the percentages are on the sales tax, because in the U.S., each state has its own sales tax. In Texas, it is 7.75%, but there's certain things that are excluded, like groceries. Well, like certain types of groceries, like necessary foods and stuff. Gasoline, what y'all might call petrol, is the price you see advertised is actually what you pay, taxes included with that. So I'm sure there's more exceptions than that aren't coming to me, but the 40% tax did seem kind of brutal, like ridiculously high, but I guess I can see how it kind of makes sense how it goes up in increments. So it still seems kind of harsh. Y'all also have a lot less people than the US has, so I can understand the reason the government would need to maybe have a little bit higher taxes, because they need to compete on the global scale with these countries and stuff, with military spending and stuff like that. I know. U.S. has the most. I know. I'm aware. I'm just saying, the UK is one of the world powers, but they're way smaller than a lot of other countries like Russia, China, U.S. So I can see why they would need to have a higher tax, because they need more money from less people. Whereas the U.S. has way more people to get money from, so we can afford to have a lower tax system and still be in the upper tier of ability to spend. Man, I still got a lot of this beer left, and that's pretty much all I got. So I guess I'll say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click. And if you got anything left in your drink, let's cheers and let's kill them. I just realized you didn't see that because the Stella bottle's green, so my green screen's filtering it out. But I killed it. It's gone. Anyways, be safe.